Man, hey, write a check your ass in cash, man. That's all I can say. Man, hey, write a check your ass in cash, man. That's all I can say. Man, hey, write a check your ass.
Yes, we need to go ahead and do that.
Hello, welcome back to Lessons with Kobe. Today we will be learning the term belt to ass in sign language. First, we're going to break it down. Stay with me. Belt to ass. One more time. Belt to ass. Together now. Belt to ass. And that concludes my lesson. See you next season.
Ooh wee. Lord have mercy. Southern. Do you know how many passing interferences is North Carolina Central going to get? At this point, I really feel like they just said, you know what, we'd rather take a passing interference of 15 yards than for that to be a touchdown. Because every single ball that Cam McCoy throws, and you know what? Cam McCoy actually has been decent with his balls. Pause. No diddy. He's been decent with his throwing. Okay? He's been decent with his throwing. But whoo, boy. Hey, on Thursday night, I asked Perry, I said, do you have any receivers with some sure hands? False start, the different dumb penalties. So those false starts, those are things that you kind of expect, I guess, first week. I mean, Cam can move the ball. That's not the problem. They don't have no receivers for Cam. And I hope and pray that come this week that we don't hear a whole bunch of MEAC champion fodder because, mind you, North Carolina Central's score is indicative of Southern's defense being on the field too long, and now they're tired. They're tired. 9 minutes left. Let's see if they can get on the board. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Well, stripped ball, strip sack. Strip sack. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over now. It's over now. It's over now. Y'all like my new setup? This live is sponsored by Puffs Ultra Soft and cushiony. Charmin Essential Soft. Big on softness, small on cost. Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear. We got the Brawny 3-ply as well. Can't really see it because my son didn't put it in the camera. Yes, Costco's did have a sale on North Carolina Essentials defensive line and Southern's defensive line. Yes. Yes. No, I have not been to Target. I just went ahead and picked up from North Carolina Central's defensive line and Southern's defensive line. And as you can see, I was able to procure everything that I needed for the remainder of the season. No drop-offs. No drop-offs. Soft in the middle, soft on the side. Soft, 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 soft. Okay, so all jokes aside, it is not looking too good. It is not looking too good. But I did a little thing on here. Oh, my son.
That wasn't me, that was the cat.
That was you. Can you put it up there, please?
That was
Thanks.
me.
Shh.
That was the
Shh.
cat. You just saw
Braxton.
it fall under there.
All right, y'all. Trying to add this. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. What? Pulling out those toys. We are not gonna be here for very long because it looked like Southern done got drugged all up and down the field, and the Southern defense is back on the field. It's gonna be a straight slaughter. Straight slaughter. Southern thought we was mad that Cam left. Now, no, we was happy. So this is what I will say about Cam. I mean, what I will say about Cam is as advertised. That little well, it's not little, that 69-yard run that he did for the touchdown, that has always been Cam's style, right? And I would agree with Jay. Cam's not even the problem. You know, Mr. Ford going to tear the offensive coordinator a new one, right? I felt like the first half that the offensive coordinator started like calling a whole bunch of like throwing plays, and it wasn't necessary. You don't need to throw. You need to just run. Just run. They couldn't stop the run, and for some reason he tried to switch up and get all fancy with his offensive play calling. Now, when Mr. Ford says 3 yards in a cloud of dust, he means that. Unc, you want to get up here and talk? I mean, I felt like Cam actually did decent. We can talk also about Givens because, I don't know, for me, I saw too many missed tackles. You had opportunities for tackles for loss, for sacks on the quarterback, and you get the first point of contact, and then all of a sudden the receiver's going 5 to 10 yards more. Like, this was not necessarily a good game for the defense in terms of tackling. It just wasn't there. It wasn't there. And Givens was tired on the first drive. Yeah, both teams were terrible at tackling. And that's and you know what? You could be like, this is something that they can fix, but I'm gonna give you guys an example of tackling. In the first year as head coach, TC Taylor, we had some linebackers, and the tackling was bad in his first year as head coach. He immediately fixed it so that in the second year, oh, tackling is not going to be a problem. Tackling is not going to be a problem at all. So for me, I wanted to see the progression of Southern's defense. I wanted to see that progression. I wanted them to add pieces to help Kelby Givens so that he is able to, they did have, I think that's Vincent Page, but it's not enough. You need 4, 5, 6, 7 good defensive linemen that you can bring to the table. Vincent Page, he has some spurts. Nathan Zimmer, which Perry talked about on Thursday. He did good in the first half. He made sure to get those punts in the red zone. But I feel like the defense it's bad. When Coach Terenzo Quinn, let me go ahead and play it. When he's, and folks be getting mad, but you can't get mad when you literally were watching it in 4K. You just went and got it in a different font, but it's literally the same team. Same team, different font. Same team, different font. It's scary.
You faced Southern before, but a different team, and you guys are a different team. What do you see from them when you cut on the film now?
Same team.
You faced Southern before, but a different team, and you guys are a different team. What do you see from them when you cut on the film now?
Same team.
Oh. You know what's so funny about Blue's comment? What's funny about Blue's comment is the fact that Mr. Ford always talks about the offensive coordinator is a running back coach disguised as an OC. So this makes this comment even more like egregious right now. And I will say this, I wouldn't even necessarily blame Cam's throwing ability, because every time he did a deep throw and it was a decent throw, North Carolina Central did get a passing interference. Unc said that he's coming up. Oh, you do not want to hear Mr. Ford talk tonight. He is going to go off. Do you hear me? I'm talking about mad. You talk about somebody being mad. I do not want to hear what he has to say about the offensive coordinator and the play calling. Anyway, while we're waiting on Unc or anybody else who wants to break down the anybody else that wants to break down the game or put in their 2 cents, please take a look at my defensive lineman, courtesy of Southern University and North Carolina Central. I have the Ultra Soft and Strong 2-ply, Puffs Plus Lotion, Ultra Soft and Cushiony. And then I have the Charmin Essentials here. big on softness, small on cost. And then I have Charmin Ultra Soft, Smooth Tear, Trusted Softness, Better Tear. So, you know, I just went and got it all, okay? Every type of softness you could find is there. Big on softness.
This is
Oh no, not the one ply. Not the one ply. Y'all please comment what type of softness do you got? Oh, we got the Scots. Where's the Scott softness? Bring me a Scott. Yeah, bring me a Scott softness. I got every type of softness you can think of. Thank you. Thank you. Scott. Fast absorbing. Fast absorbing softness.
Hi everyone.
Can you tell us about the different types of softness we got?
Well, we got fast absorbing, soft and strong. We got soft and cushiony,
Soft and cushiony.
gentle and smoothing.
Jordan, why you playing me so close? I went to the North Carolina Central defense and the Southern defense, and I went and picked up some linemen.
What did you say?
Didn't Mr. Ford say that the world was going to come to an end? I had to make sure. Now you put Jalen Woods in the game? Why would you put Jalen Woods in the game? I don't see you, where you at? I don't see you out here. Let me refresh.
Oh,
You gonna make the
thank
stuff.
you.
Trent, I did not buy the tissue. I went and got some Southern defensive line and some North Carolina Central defense. Uncle Oren, try to come back in.
Hi, Mary Smith.
Brianna, we have seen this time and time again. Listen, I'm happy that Cam was able to stay upright for a full game. Let's give Cam kudos for being able to stay upright. That's how you know North Carolina Central's linemen are soft, because any other team would have had him up out of the first quarter. Oh, yeah. I do not see you. What show are you on? Let me see. I can't see you. There must be some type of glitch or something. I literally cannot see you. You have to actually get a knife to do that. Why do you think you finna drink mine and you had something? I don't know. There might be something wrong with it. Yeah. Are you sure? Or can you see me? Because I cannot see you. Let me go on the StreamYard. On my phone. I don't see you. On here. In the on the back side. Usually they pop up right here. Nope. Since I got one person on here. And that's me. Hey, stop drinking my stuff.
Tastes sour. Hello? Why?
Yeah, you must be. Oh, Jake got in there. I don't know what link you pressing.
Hi, Natasha. Tastes like
It's
banana.
nothing but sugar water. It tastes like sugar water.
Did you drink sugar water?
No,
Mmm.
frozen sugar water.
Baby.
Try pressing it again. I don't know why it's not working.
Wait, it tastes like sugar water? Well, let me taste it again. It does not taste like sugar water. What is it?
Why is you messing? Dang. I wanted to see them at least. That got blown out the water, boy.
I
All right, we getting ready to go over the stats, y'all.
I
Oh wait, I heard some. There you go, Hey.
What's up? What's up? Now I got you. Hey,
Yeah, I was like, hold up now.
that probably was on my end, but
Okay.
yeah, it wasn't nothing you did. It was probably on my end. My thing is, it's not so much about the quarterback play. Southern couldn't tackle me, and I'm 50 years of age.
Ooh.
Look at their defensive backs. At the first half, they were lined up almost 9 yards. Some of them were lined up deeper than that. The quarterback had a field day. He was throwing 7 to 8 yard routes, and they just kept marching down the field, down the field, down the field. And then when the running back from North Carolina Central, he had over 100 yards in the first half. That's tackling. The defensive coordinator that Southern has, he might want to check himself. I'm being real. That was horrible. That was a horrible display of defense. And I picked Southern to win, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad. And I said Southern would win, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad.
They stopped in the middle, right? Like what's
Givens? I don't know how many people seen it, but Givens was out of breath on the second drive. The first drive was 16 plays. The second drive was 10 plays. He was out of breath. They had to send him out. So either he hadn't been practicing or he went to Magic City. And I think he went to Magic City the night before. It had to be. Had to go to Magic City because you cannot be that talented. And if you notice, he was not double teamed. I'm like, whoa, he's not even being double teamed. And then he had a penalty. But then also, if you look at their technique to tackle, it was horrible. So they need to go back to basic football. They got to go back to basic football. There's no way you can have a running back. I think he had 136 or 163 yards in the first half from North Carolina Central. I can't remember the number, but it was over 100. So it was bad. So and Southern has 2 defensive tackles that weigh over 300 pounds. So you I can't hear you. Your mic is muted.
It was not fundamental football. When we talk about just basic fundamental football at Southern or North Carolina Central, if we just keeping it a buck now they did make adjustments in the second half, but I think at that point Southern's defense was on the field for so long that they were just tired out. So it was just basically a free for all at that point. But both teams had just the fundamentals of football, which is, that's something that they're going to clean up, of course. But
that's not how you want to start your first game, though. I mean, you had a punter. He kicked a 7-yard punt. Come on. 7 yards, man. So either they were drunk or they just was.
Maybe
I don't know.
Because if it's Zimmer, they was hanging their hat kind of on Zimmer now. They had on him. He's gonna be huge for the for Southern's special teams because he was able to get that ball and pin it down in the red zone area. So I'm hoping that maybe that was somebody else, but and not Zimmer.
It was 7 yards.
What did you think about Trey Harvey?
The running back from LSU that transferred to Southern?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be a problem. But that 80-yard touchdown run, go back and look at it. I got the highlight. The defensive tackle actually hit him, but there was like no fundamental. When you tackle somebody, shoulder pad, reach around, or as the old folks say, reach around. You hit him, he bounced right off you and took it to the side. So I think he's gonna be great. I mean, poor Valley. I feel bad for Valley next week because that's who Southern plays, and Southern is gonna try to put up 100 points on them to act like they're real. No, you showed yourself tonight, Southern, and I don't think Cam is going to be the starter for the rest of the year. That's just my opinion.
And in all actuality, he really, for me personally, he is what he is. The play that the 69-yard run for the touchdown, that's who Cam McCoy is.
Yes.
I will say this, y'all wide receivers, y'all gonna have to show me something because regardless of Cam not necessarily being his best attribute being his running and his shiftiness, he had some good throws down the field and they dropped them. They didn't catch them. They don't have any wide receivers.
Outside of that first throw where it was just a step, it was just a little bit out of the
He made about 2 or 3 good throws and then all of them got penalties.
Yeah, and after that, it was like the wide receivers. I mean, I'm more worried about Southern's defense, not so much Givens, the cornerbacks. There's no way in the hell you are going to be able to play in anybody's league if you're playing that far off the ball.
And they have some, and you know what? That might be just the defensive coordinator because they have some seasoned DBs. Horatio Johnson, the one that said they never beat Jackson State. We tried though. He's there.
Him, and then you had to transfer from Perryview.
Brister.
The transfer from Perryview. That he can flat out tackle, he can hit. But if you're in a scheme that is or whatever coverage you have that have these guys that far off the ball, I kept yelling in the first half, get up. I can understand giving up 3, maybe 5 yards. 5 is pushing it with me. But when you're giving up that many yards,
10 to 15 yards.
Yes, it was. I'm like, bro, this is, and you have a quarterback that's returning, and they kind of made him. Southern kind of made him look good tonight. Not gonna lie.
If they can't, if Southern's DBs can't handle North Carolina Central's wide receivers, what could they possibly do with Jackson State wide receivers?
Exactly, with Fatilion and the other guy that transferred from Perryview.
Shamar Savage, both of them are 6'5".
Yes, exactly. And that's, I keep telling people Fatilion is going to be my player of the year because of his size and his ability to catch not only the deep ball, but in the red zone. That 6'4", 5 frame and his wingspan is dangerous. That's what a lot of pros look for. My only question is, will Fatilion, if he have a 15 to 15 to 20 touchdown season, will he come back? Because he's only a junior. That's the only thing that concerns me about him. So that's something you got to look at, because if Southern does this, which I think they won't, but then again, Southern is Southern. Because I asked Crook yesterday, when the hell did Southern score 21 points? Oh, we scored 21 points last year. I was like, when? It had to be at the end of the damn season.
Well, I will say this, like looking at the overall game, Walker Texas Ranger Harris is as advertised. He had 19 for 24, 183 yards, 1 touchdown. His completion percentage was 79%.
Yeah.
As advertised. And then the offensive line, as advertised.
Yes, the offensive line, they played together last year. And
they played together for a couple of years. Yeah. Like they've just,
And that is what I keep trying to tell people when it comes to a football team. Your offense and defensive line, if you can get them to play together 2-3 years, you are going to be dangerous. And Central, and if you can neutralize Givens with one person, it was a couple of times I seen him give it all coming off the edge, and a tackle stood him up. Now, he did drive the tackle back, but the quarterback was able to get rid of the ball. But if you can do that against one of the best players that we have in our conference, hey, man, that offensive line is legit, but it's only one game. I always say the first game is about adjustments. What can you adjust to? Now, everybody has film on you. Everybody has film on North Carolina Central. Then you'll get film on Southern plays Valley next week. So it's Valley. But
the way they listen, you over here saying it's Valley, but if I'm looking at this, because that's basically what happened to Jackson State, right? Jackson State, they performed with the South Carolina State in the MEAC SWAC challenge.
Yeah.
And FAMU tore us a new asshole. No diddy.
In the first half, they told you won. The second half, FAMU didn't score.
That's right, but they still tore us a new one. Why? Because our left tackle got exposed.
Got exposed.
Against South Carolina State, they exposed our left tackle.
Yeah.
FAMU said, "Ooh, I see it." And the very next game, boy. So for me, looking at this particular game, and then for Southern to go into a conference game, right after the MEAC SWAC challenge, you've definitely exposed yourself to that you will do. Is it really exposing though? Because Mr. Ford said that Mark Fredericks calls plays like that 3 yards in a cloud of dust, right?
Yeah.
He's been calling Mark Fredericks play calling, but what I thought was, okay, because he has that type of play calling, and because they have Trey Holly and Cam McCoy and some other running backs in that room, I felt like he could have actually commanded the offense a lot better.
Yeah. I think a lot of these offensive coordinators are afraid to open up the playbook. It's 3 running backs that's they got Thunder and Lightning, then they have another running back. If he's afraid, because your offensive line actually can block. I seen that tonight. They can block. But I think he's afraid to open up the playbook and expand because he wants to be conservative. But you can't be conservative when your defense is not standing up and tackling. You have to do more than hope for Cam Robinson, which, like I said, I don't think Cam is going to be the starter. But you gotta have to do more. And if he sticks to this, Coach Graves, you know how Southern fans are, them bougie ass people. They've been to put them people up out of there. Crazy to say that, but they will, because you're gonna beat the Valleys, the UAPBs. You're gonna beat the It's kind of as of tonight, it's kind of shaky right now for me with Southern because yeah, you had a run of 80 yards, you had runs of 49, 60 some yards, but other than that, it was the same Southern from last year.
Are you gonna say? Are you tell me you're not about to say same team? Please tell me you're not about to say same team.
It's the same offensive
Same team?
team. It's the same offensive team, even with Cam back there. I can't see anything different that they've done in the offseason to make me say the offensive coordinator got it. Wide receivers can't catch.
Lord, do you know how bad Mr. Ford gonna go off on folks?
Well,
Screaming and hollering about this about Mark Fredericks.
Tonight he has every right to, because I was like, okay, they throwing the ball deep. Okay, they throwing the ball then they just kept dropping. And then if it wasn't a drop, it was passing. And look, pass interference. I never in my life gave up a touchdown. If you thought you was gonna score on me, I was gonna drop kick you playing cornerback. I would have kicked you. If I thought I was beat, I was just gonna jump on you. So I got that part, but the offensive scheme has to do something different. Maybe when they go to the other quarterback, maybe they have something different from him. But you have two damn good running backs that can run. But I mean, it's not going to help you when your defense is. Listen, the defense was on the field for 26 plays. Southern offense was on the field, maybe. Because they scored that.
Let's look it up. Let's look and see how many minutes the offense was on there. Let me see if I can find that for you.
It was horrible,
man. It looks like possession time for each team: 35 minutes for North Carolina Central, 24 minutes and 54 seconds for Southern. I'm trying to see if I can figure out how long they was on. They were on there for long though, because they just kept getting they were doing strike offense, which didn't make sense because they were able to pierce the interior line of North Carolina Central in the first half. Yes. They should have just ran them down to death. Why are you switching up, trying to do something different when that's what was working? Southern was getting 8.3 yards per rush. North Carolina Central was getting 6.6 yards per rush. Rushing attempts, Southern had 30, North Carolina Central had 35. Net rushing yards, 250 for Southern, 231 for North Carolina Central. Net total yards, 414 for North Carolina Central, 342 for Southern.
See, neither defense was great, but they hit. It was like three.
It's the yards after catch. North Carolina Central had 92 yards after catch versus Southern having 56. That's really what it comes down to. You see North Carolina Central getting 96 yards or 92 yards after catch. That means, like you said, they're not tackling correctly.
It was horrible. I'm telling you, I have coached young kids to tackle better than what I seen tonight. I was embarrassed. I'm like, so are y'all doing tackling drills or not in practice and college campus anymore? Because those tackling dummies is how I train young kids to tackle. They need to go back to that. It was one run from the running back. He made it from Central. He made it into the secondary, and it was the safety at an angle. How can you miss somebody at a damn angle? I said no, and it was more of this hands out stuff instead of shoulder pads. And he had his hands out, and then he tried to dive, and the guy just ran right by him. I'm like, that's not fundamental tackling. So at an angle. Now I can understand if the guy had passed by him, but this is an angle. I'm like, damn, dog. So Southern has some issues to work. I'm not gonna lie. They got some issues to work with on that defensive side. Offense, it has to be the wide receivers and Cam or the other guy they gotta do better. They gotta do better. Because what was going into the fourth quarter, Cam was like 5 for 8. I said, damn. I said, you can't make this up, man.
TJ,
So-
you got to connect your device. It says device not connected. You have to connect it before I can put you on there.
Who, me?
No, TJ.
Oh.
Just trying to get on the top.
Hey, Ed. What's up, Ed? The TMZ SWAC reporter. Without explosive plays, Southern's offense ain't shit.
Oh. Hey, TJ.
Hey, Timona, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, look, this game was. I'm gonna tell you, it was boring, but it was interesting though, because I said this. It's no way you play 5 to 7 yards off of receivers, man. And the type of defense that Southern was running, that scheme is more of a man. It's more for your DBs to play man. So I'm like, how in the world are you running this scheme, but you playing 5 to 7 yards off the receivers?
Afraid to get burnt. That is why they played like that. If you playing that far back, as somebody who played defensive back from Pee Wee football all the way to the Marine Corps, only way you play that far back is you're afraid that wide receiver is gonna pass you and go to the house. That is the only thing I can think of. There was not one bump and run coverage that I seen tonight from Southern. The only time Southern made a damn good tackle, it was a wide receiver screen, and the right cornerback from Southern read it. And he not only did he blow up the blocker, he actually tackled the wide receiver behind the line of scrimmage. Then they went back to the same old nonsense. So far off the ball. So the quarterback went 71%. I can see that. Hell, I throw 5 to 7 yards down the field all the damn day. So that's just my opinion, man. I'm shocked that Southern defense played.
Well, you got to think about it. They took Givens completely out the game, and they didn't even double team him.
Yeah, that's what I said. He was the second possession. He came out. He was out of breath. He probably went to Magic City. I'm being real. You're in Atlanta. Why not go? He either went to Magic City or he
went to Blue Flame.
He was drinking that old English 800 something.
I hope that they got better strength and conditioning. It's gonna be a long season. Season.
I was sitting here thinking, and you know, and I've been just watching on Twitter or whatnot, and everybody just the Carolina people. Oh, he the quarterback he has talked about. I'm like, bro, he's really, to be honest, he really trash to me, because when Southern put that pressure on him, what did he do? He that's what I'm saying. He folded. Yeah. So that's like Southern exposed him though. All you got to do is put pressure on him.
Yeah,
he really trash.
I think Southern defensive coordinator, the first half he was upstairs, then the second half he came down. I think he was a little loaded too, because when they interviewed Coach Graves in the first quarter, and he kept talking about adjustments, he got to do this, got to do that. They never made the adjustments that he was talking about. So the defensive coordinator was a little loony tonight, and I don't know. This was the Southern that I seen play against a FAMU. This is the Southern that I seen play against a Jackson State.
Yeah, we beat the brakes off of them though. So,
when Southern gets on a big stage, Southern likes to shit the bed, and that's the problem with it.
Then there's another point too though. The Carolina team remind me of the South Carolina team. If you go back and watch the Celebration Bowl and you see from the offense to the defense of South Carolina State, you see how small they were. North Carolina Central is built the same way. And if you go up against Jackson State, and you talk, okay, that linebacker that they talking about at Central. How are you an All-American, but you run a 5.3?
If you talking about the white kid that's the
Yeah,
linebacker.
the white, like,
No,
I'm like,
he's trash. No, because if you look at Cam's touchdown, not only did Cam sidestep him, the dude had a free hit at Cam, so he's trash. Boy, if that's what they call All-American in the MEAC, my goodness, man.
that's why I said then everybody talking about, oh, they gonna get Jack State Fist. I'm like, our running
No.
backs the same are bigger than him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited because we got Unk on the live, of Orangey SWAC Sports. We got TJ Keaton on the live, and now I hope you guys have liked the stream. I'm going to continue to be on mute and just drinking my wine. I'm going to bring on Mr. Ford to the live, and I can't wait to hear the conversations between these three esteemed gentlemen. Make sure that you like the stream. Like the stream. If you would like to make a donation, please do so. Hey, Mr. Ford.
Hey, can you hear me?
Mr. Ford.
Huh?
We are ready for you to let loose and let go.
No, the only thing I got to say is y'all remember all that bullshit Zoe was talking the other night? He was defending Southern, and y'all forgot that. Y'all forgot that.
Wait a minute, Mr. Ford. Wait a minute. You
Wait
can't
a
come
minute,
in
Mr.
swinging.
Ford. What happened? What was going on?
You remember the other night when Zoe was gassing y'all up with all that bullshit? That's why I didn't even talk. When he was talking, I ain't have nothing to say. Because like they said, time will tell.
Well,
He was
Mr. Ford,
defending Southern. Remember that? He was going to defend Southern.
You said
Well,
Zoe was over there gassing him up, wasn't he, Mr.
Gassing him
Ford?
up and all that. He was defending Southern.
Well, Mr. Ford, you did say that they weren't on Trey's level. You did say
Wait.
that.
Well, Mr. Ford, I'm asking you this. Would it be Coach Odoms that needs to go, or is the defensive coordinator needs to go?
No, the first problem is off the field. Roman Banks is a athletic director who is visionless. Now he's all right, I guess, with the basketball. He doesn't know how to be an architect for a national championship football team. Their problem starts off the field. It starts in that AD position. He's visionless. He doesn't have a vision.
I'm just so confused at the Southern that tried to beat Jackson State, to the Southern that had no idea how to play football tonight. Tonight was bad football by Southern.
Well, I tried to tell y'all that the other night before, these folk got on him with all that mess. I told y'all, Terrence, I like Terrence, but Terrence is not on Trey Oliver's level. I tried to tell y'all that. The major difference tonight was Southern's team, they got talent, but North Carolina Central has talent, but they're well coached. They're well coached, especially offensively. Like we was talking the other night, that Matt Leone had a game plan tonight.
Yeah.
He had listen, the first half, I'm waiting to see. To me, I thought North Carolina Central had the ball up the entire first half.
It was Southern only had the ball in the first half for about a 7-minute total.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. It was 7
That's
minutes
what I
and 5
thought.
seconds. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, Cam had that good run, but I thought that 16 play drive and then that 10 play drive, I said there's not too many defenses can handle 26 plays in 2 possessions, and your defensive backs were playing like they were playing. You have 2 300-pound defensive tackles. Are y'all that out of shape where y'all can't get no penetration?
Oh, they got to listen. We should call that.
I think he
Mr.
went out.
Ford, your phone went out. Mr. Ford, your phone went out.
I wanted to hear that part.
Time of possession was definitely lopsided. I mean, which, you know what? If we're just keeping it a buck, this is kind of the same type of game plan that Jackson State used versus South Carolina State in the Celebration Bowl, which is to have the offense on the field for as long as possible. Have the offense on the field for as long as possible. Y'all go ahead and like the stream because Mr. Ford came in here hot.
Yeah, Mr. Ford said bullshit.
So if they play like this tonight, so okay, we just gonna say this. So when you do come and play Jackson State, so basically all you showing us is that hey, we can really just beat y'all just running the ball. Like we just rotated all seven or 8 of our running backs just gonna just run up and down the field all game.
It was dragging them all up and down the field. Just wasted. Southern was out here wasting grass tonight, in the words of Max. Wasting grass. They got drugged up and down the field.
Yeah, I'm still just starstruck, man. This
What
playing
do you
this
think about the play calling?
For Central or Southern?
Play calling. What you think about it?
I thought that guy Matt Leone had a game plan out this world. The guy that's the offensive coordinator for Central, that guy had a game plan out this world. He was mixing it up. He was balanced. He did the 3 steps. He did the 3-step drops. He did the 5-step drops. He was pulling his offensive line. He was outnumbering Southern to the ball. He did a great job.
Mr. Ford, I really think he just played like a basic game. I don't think he really just did something like too extravagant. Because, like you said, like you was there. Yeah. If Southern playing, if they DBs playing 5 to 7 yards off the ball, I mean, my little nephew can get those yards and go up and down the field. I mean, he ain't really have to do too much.
Well, I think, Miss Timona, you got to bring back your old saying again. Soft in the middle. Soft in the middle.
Who was soft in the middle?
Southern. I'm trying to tell you, they got hijacked from opening kickoff. Those offensive linemen for Central was getting up under them. We call that hijacking. When you get up under them, you got that leverage, and you can take them by the shoulder pads and push them back. We should call that hijacking.
Yeah, I mean,
so they like I said, I used to say about Fam was soft in the middle. Put Southern on that list too.
And North Carolina soft in the middle too, though, Mr. Ford.
What about North Carolina Central? Don't forget them.
Yeah, but they soft too.
Yeah, they
made some adjustments. One thing about Central, they're not big. Defensively, they're not big.
Mm-hmm.
But they know how to make adjustments and they run to the football, but they're not big.
I felt it was more so in the sense that Mark Frederick started calling a different type of game. They went away from
all he knows. And by the way, Southern does have that thunder and lightning. That Franklin kid and that
Trey Holly.
Listen, but the problem, like I told the people at the game tonight, when you got kids like that Franklin and that Holly kid, you put them kids on the field. I wouldn't do that. One back and all of that. I would have both of them kids on the field at the same time.
And McCoy, all 3 of them.
Yeah, because to me, that Franklin and do you remember back in the day when Auburn had 2 backs? One was named Cadillac Williams, and the other one was named Ronnie Brown.
Yeah. Ronnie Brown.
Southern got that with them 2 kids. They got that with them.
Cadillac and the Escalade. That's what they was called.
Yeah. Listen, them. I ain't no way I would be shuttling them. I'd have them kids on the field at the same time.
So that goes back to that offensive coordinator that you're always talking about. And I hate to say this about Southern because I like Southern not only as a university, but as a football team. But you can't do – it's like they were doing the same thing tonight as they was doing from last year. Or maybe I'm wrong. But it just seemed like the same team. The same scheme that they was running. I'm like, bro, come on. I watched this last year.
The Coach Quinn told you that. You know that thing that Mr. Mona plays and she plays it. And they asked Coach Quinn, he keeps saying it's the same. What did he say? The same team?
Yeah.
I've told y'all over and over, Mark has no imagination.
Yeah, because
You
tonight,
don't just call plays. Like that guy, Matt Leone, that guy's a big time offensive coordinator. He know what he's doing.
that was
Mark is a running back coach. He's not an offensive coordinator. But now I'm going to tell you, the people at Southern, they was there tonight.
Yeah.
They saw it.
Yeah.
They saw it.
Well, I mean, I really hope Coach Givens, and you know, one of the things that he said during his interviews this past week was we could not score at the beginning of the season. They said it during the game, but I forgot what game it was. They hadn't scored in the first quarter, and it's something like 4 or 5 games of the last season. That's how it was like that. I'm like, damn. So I get what you're saying about that offensive coordinator, because if you ain't scoring the first quarter in 5 or 6 games or 4 or 5 games, you know, that's crazy to me. You better do
spend
something.
$18 million on athletics. You can't go get an offense coordinator. That's my thing with Southern. You spend $18 million on sports, and you can't go get an offense coordinator. That don't make no sense.
But a different team, and you guys are a different team. What do you see from them when you cut on the film now?
Same team.
What did you think about the? Let's do the quarterbacks. Let's do the quarterbacks.
Look how many
performances. What did you think of Walker
You asking me?
We can start with you, Mr. Ford, and then T.G. We're going to start with you, Mr. Ford. What did you think about Walker Harris's performance?
I mean,
let me read his stats.
I've always said, listen, if you can't get him out the spot, and one of the things he's added to his game, he's taken off now. But one thing about Walker, Texas Ranger, if you don't get him out that spot, he gonna kill you, because he's accurate. He can throw the short, and he can show short. He can throw the intermediate. What we used to call two quick stream in. He can do all that. He can make the throw, and he throws a very catchable ball. A very catchable ball.
24, 79% completion percentage, 183 yards, 1 touchdown. 157.
He was late on 2. Actually, that was 2 of them passes should have been touchdowns. He was late. The wide receiver was wide open, and he was late. The DB was able to catch up. He was late. He missed 2 touchdown throws because he was late. He did.
What was Cam final stats for passing completion?
9 of 14. He threw 64%, 71 yards. He didn't get any passing touchdowns, but he did not have any interceptions.
So he only threw the ball 14 times and completed 9. Well, the ground game was working. I can see that. But he should have thrown that ball at least anywhere from 20 to 25 times tonight.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's but see, here's the thing. Mark doesn't have a well coordinated, or what we would call a well orchestrated passing game. All he wants to do is take shots. What we mean by shots, he wants to throw deep 1 or 2 times here, 1 or 2 times. But as far as like an intermediate passing game, what we call quick stream game, he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
He don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I've told y'all over and over, he's a running back coach pretending to be an OC. Yeah. That's what he is.
Well, my take on Walker, he all right. He got to show me some other than Southern defense. Now, if he go, you know what I'm saying, he performed well against a top tier defense in a MEAC, then I'll give him his flowers. But as of tonight, I'm not gonna give it to him just yet, because I ain't really see a lot. And like you said, Mr. Ford, with Southern, all of them need to be on the field.
Yeah, but them 2 backs do.
Yeah,
because baby, they are as good as advertised. The other thing if I was Southern, with Cam as quarterback, I would run 2 tight ends.
Yeah.
Because he's a threat. If he's actually like a third running back, but he has walk away speed. Listen, when that opening came, he shot that first touchdown. He saw the field. He's an athlete. He's an athlete, man.
Yes.
He's an athlete. But I would run 2 tight ends. They didn't even did they throw to that Fuller kid that Perry was talking about?
No.
I didn't think they utilized him tonight. But I would run 2 tights.
Only one threw to the tight end was Walker on the tight end track.
Yeah, Bracy, was it Bracy Walker?
Yeah, he threw
Luke
it to
Bracy or something, whatever his name.
Yeah, he threw it to that.
Yeah, the one that is the young man that I went over the other day when we were doing the breakdown.
Yeah.
Luke Bracy.
Yeah, that was a good. Let's call it tight end drag, and it was like Southern defense. I'm so shocked at that front 4 from Southern. I mean, that front 4 normally is pretty damn good, and that's what's was surprised. They would make one good play and then they would take about 5 plays off.
Yeah, that offensive lineman beat them up in that first half, and in the second half they were just spent.
Yeah.
Southern came out in the second half. They had no gas. They had nothing.
Yeah, well, like I said,
had nothing.
The first 2 drives I know was 26 plays. The first one was 16, then the second was 10.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn. I was like, that's a lot for the first. And then, Southern got the quick touchdown. And you got to think about that. They was on the field for 3 plays and a touchdown. Now you got to get back up there. And the weather
listen, I saw people from all the schools. I even saw people from Mississippi Valley tonight, and they had on their paraphernalia. The Jackson folks was there. I saw them. I saw FAMU people there. I saw Alabama State people there. I even saw North Carolina A&T people was there. So, hey, ain't no secrets, baby. Everybody was there looking.
And you live in Atlanta, and FAMU, they just had their 10th year reunion of the Atlanta chapter at FAMU. It looked like at least a couple hundred people out there from the videos that I seen.
Well, they came onto the game because I listen. FAMU paraphernalia was all over the place.
Yeah,
Jackson's paraphernalia. I didn't really see Alcorn's people. I didn't see Grambling. Okay, but I saw Jackson. I even saw Tennessee State people there with their stuff on. I saw Johnson C. Smith people with their stuff on. Yeah. So everybody was repping their stuff tonight.
So Mr. Fuller, so just by the performance tonight, what do you rank Southern? Like, what you think Southern is gonna be ranked this year in the West?
They ain't gonna win no big. Them big time teams, especially the teams that play defense, they ain't gonna win them games. They gonna have problems. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't they have Alabama State coming in a month or soon? When's that game?
2 weeks, I think.
Listen, Alabama State gonna play defense. They gonna catch hell with Bama State.
Yeah.
They gonna catch hell. Cause see, what they doing is this. See, all you got to do with Mark is you take away that front. You come up with 6, 7 in the box, and then make him display his air game. He don't have one. All he wants to do is take deep shots. They just want to throw deep and all that. That ain't no air game. That's not an air game. He doesn't have a coordinate. It's kind of like, with music, the best music got the well orchestrated background. He doesn't have a well orchestrated passing attack. He don't have it. He don't utilize the tight end. All they want to do is throw deep. Okay. And that's it. He ain't got no intermediate game. He ain't got no listen, that guy from Matt had Walker Harris. He had the 3-step drop. He had the 5-step drop. He had like I said, what we call it, used to call it 2 quick screens, where basically you take the quarterback just takes the ball and makes the throw out in the flats or behind the line of scrimmage. He had everything tonight. They demean now offensively, because I'm an offensive guy. I thought offensively that Central looked mid-season form. Can you imagine how good they're going to be?
My thing is, I don't think anybody in the MEAC, or when they play, Central plays FAMU pretty soon, right?
Yeah, they got FAMU in, what is it, October? When is it?
Well, I don't know when it is, but I don't think FAMU is going to play that far off the ball. And I'm talking about the defensive backs.
Yeah,
and I think that was key to his success tonight. And if listen, if they want to stay back there, explore them. If you want to get me comfortable, get me in a rhythm, throwing 5 and out, 7 and ins, all them little small routes like that, and keep marching you down the field, and I can run up on you when I feel like running. Hey, trust me, they did look like they was in midseason form because of what Southern was doing on defense, which I'm surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, this cannot be the Southern defense that I seen last year. But it happened, and Southern has to go back to the drawing board. I'm serious.
At least we didn't necessarily get to see what Jalen Woods has or what he could possibly be.
He was warming up.
Yeah, he was. I think he had 3 of 3 on completions when they actually did put him in. So that's one thing to Southern's advantage, is that they don't necessarily have anything on Jalen Woods for the next couple of games. You know, it's all Cam McCoy type of film. You know what he's gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, but they play Valley next. Man, poor Valley. I mean, I just think that they're gonna just run the ball down Valley's throat because they can, and because Valley does not have that big defensive line to stop them. So I think that, I don't know. So Southern is a question mark to me right now. Even if they roll over Valley next week, I just think it's a big question mark, because I'm gonna have to see them play somebody actually that has an offense that's somewhat similar to North Carolina Central, or that can actually run and throw. Because we know Valley is Valley, and trust me, I ain't talking down on Valley because my father played for Valley in the 60s, but we know how the Valley is. So, but I see the question was Southern an embarrassment to the SWAC? No. You got to remember, this is the same Southern that has a 6-game losing streak against Jackson State, and Jackson State has beat them twice for the SWAC championship. So I don't think they're an embarrassment for the SWAC. I think they embarrassed themselves by going out there doing whatever they did, because that wasn't the Southern that I'm used to. That's all.
No, they're not an embarrassment. The word that for Southern is they're underachieving.
Mm-hmm.
And I told y'all that the other night. I told you Southern is like LSU was before the coming of Nick Saban. When they had all them sorry coaches, what they had, Mike Archer, they had Curly, what was the guy's name, Holloman or whatever, and they had all them super players, and they would all go pro and do well. But LSU didn't never do nothing until Nick Saban arrived, and that's what Southern is underachieving.
Yeah.
Southern is not well coached either. They're not well coached. They're underachieving. They are like we used to call it, they're a sleeping giant.
Yeah. Because you're right. The talent at Southern is there. It's there.
Listen, what are they, 50 miles from New Orleans? Some of the baddest Negroes in the world is in New Orleans in them high schools.
UAPB. I live in Orleans Parish. UAPB is starting to come down to Orleans Parish. They took Edna Carr is the state champs, the big dogs, the 758. UAPB signed three of those from that state championship team. They gave them 4 scholarships. And Southern used to come down here and recruit, but they got away from it because the old thing, if they got 4 or 5 stars, we ain't gonna talk to them or we ain't gonna look at them. And this year, UAPB came down and said, hey, and them kids was like, nobody's offered us. Because Edna Carr they had a player to go to USC, they had a player to go to LSU, they had a player to go to Tulane, they had a player to go to Ole Miss. That's all those are the big four that went. Those other 3 young men, nobody came and talked to them. I watched their ceremony when they accepted their scholarships to UAPB. I said, how the hell did UAPB come down here? And talking to their parents, Southern or Grambling did not offer them. That's how they're in UAPB right now. That's a true story.
Well, listen, one thing that was true Southern was the band. The band looked good. They played good.
The band won, Mr. Ford.
Oh, the band
At
was
least our band won.
That's right. They won They won the stand battle. They won the field battle. You name it. Listen, we were coming up when we got out of the car, out in the parking lot. We could hear Southern's band. I told the guy that I went to the game with, I said, that's SWAC now. We could hear them outside the stadium.
They loud.
Yeah, we could hear them outside the stadium. And when we left, they was jamming. We was outside the stadium. They was playing. What's that girl's name? Lauryn Hill's song. And it was just like we were still in the stadium.
Wow.
Yeah. So they won that. They did win the band.
Yeah. That's something. Well, Southern, to me, Southern always think that when they have Battle of the Bands, either they're not invited or they never win because people are jealous of them. I'm like, whatever. But that's Southern band though. You can't. Yeah. You can't tell them that they are not just HBCU. They are better than any band in the land.
That's what they introduced themselves tonight. They said they the best college band in America.
Yeah.
They
make me laugh when they say that. I'm like, but I don't know. So
what do you think about Southern in the West now? Where do they stand in terms of the ability?
Hey, they got to make some adjustments, babe. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't see nothing wrong with Cam McCoy tonight. Actually, I thought he was a plus. Yes. Now, I thought that them receivers, it was a couple of passes. I thought they might see. In college, the rule was if you can put your hands on it, you're supposed to catch it. And them guys dropped some passes because they put their hands on it.
Yes.
But I thought that Cam McCoy, I thought he looked good tonight. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I think Southern is gonna go to a 2-quarterback system. And
yeah, I can see that too. Yeah, I can see that.
And I'm 100% sure Woods is gonna get some playing time next week. Because you still got Prairie View and Texas Southern that you got to play. And if they play anywhere near like they played tonight, you can count Prairie View and Texas Southern as a loss for Southern. That's just my opinion. They got to do something different. Got to do something different. The tackling, you was at the game, Mr. Ford. How bad was that tackling in person? Because on TV, it looked horrible.
Well, the problem was, when they was making the tackle, the backs had already gained at least 5 yards. I mean, they got 1 or 2 plays where they caught them in the backfield for a loss. But like I told you, from the opening kickoff, it was obvious that Central's offensive line was whooping their defensive line's ass. They was kicking their ass.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I've never seen Givens one-on-one get handled like this.
Yeah, they was doing it.
That was something. I was like, man. I mean, hey, maybe they went out tonight. I think to me, just my opinion, they snuck out and went to Magic City.
Listen, they was lucky that the score at halftime wasn't but 17-14. Because it could have been worse than that. Because Walker, Texas Ranger, he had a fumble in the end zone.
Yeah.
They could have went out. That first half, like at least about 21 to 7 or 28-7.
Yeah. That. Well, hopefully it wakes Southern up. That's the only thing I can think of. Hopefully it can wake Southern up. And you believe in the hype of you being in the power rankings in the top 5. You got handled like you was in the bottom 5. So hopefully it wakes them up. I mean, at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, the Southern coach had the whole team sitting down there trying to talk to him and motivate him. I said to myself, I'm like, it's over with, man. Once I started seeing how many yards that they had given up total, but going into the fourth quarter, it was almost 400 yards of total offense that they had given up. I said, it's over. I said, you can't come back from that because you out there too long, and when you wearing that much weight, when you got 200-300-pound defensive tackles, and you getting pushed up on all night, getting beat up on, you just about gas. You notice if you see them defensive linemen, when they stand up, they put them hands on their hips, it's over for them.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, like I said this summer, this is the year. This is Jackson State and everybody else.
Yeah.
Don't nobody else matter. It's Jackson State. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if from what I saw from Central tonight, if they run up on TC and them, they get their ass whooped.
Yeah.
They getting their ass whooped. Yeah. So all them people that want that rematch, okay.
What's gonna happen?
They gonna get their ass whooped.
They gonna get their ass whooped.
They get their ass
whooped. Whooped ass.
Yes, I done told y'all this is Jackson State and everybody else. Yeah. And by the way, I saw them. I saw the commissioner of the SWAC and the MEAC, and then I don't know why they got this campaign like we dumb and stupid. Listen, Dr. Dennis Thomas was one of the worst commissioners in the history of historically black college university football. And they always somewhere trying to build him up. Is he bribing them? Is he paying them or something? What is that all about?
Hey, you're right. One of the worst commissioners.
Oh, he was one of the worst.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And they let him be the commissioner of MEAC, I think, almost 20 years.
Oh.
His name was Dr. Dennis Thomas. He's an Alcorn graduate. He's Kappa Alpha Phi.
Yep. I know exactly
what you're talking about. Ain't the commissioner a Kappa too?
Yeah.
That's probably why they like it.
Maybe it's like the good old boys type of thing.
You're right. It got to be because all them lies they be telling about all that he did. I was at when? I must have missed all of that. Shoot. When? I never knew he had an idea on nothing. Only thing I ever remember he did, he came up one time with a new logo for the MEAC, and he was happy about that. That's the only thing I ever remember him doing.
Oh my God.
I can't disagree. I cannot because I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to figure out how that man stayed that long.
But he was corrupt. That's what one thing about us now. We love corrupt folks. He was corrupt. He was inept. He was incompetent. And we know when we get them kind of folk, we keep them around.
Yeah, because he was definitely. I'm like, man, my goodness.
Yeah.
Man. But I mean, oof. I'm still tripping on Southern's defense.
Not a new logo.
Yeah, he had a new. Just go back and ask some MEAC. One time he brought out this new MEAC logo, and he was so happy about that. Oh, he was so happy.
Fairview got a new logo too.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, that man, he cutting up. Yeah, but hey,
I can't wait to see. Now the game is next Saturday, right? Is that SWAC TV or that's HBCU go?
Yeah,
that's Texas Southern and Prairie View, right?
Yeah, I'll be at the game. Yeah, this
I can't wait to see. I want to see that too.
Yeah, I go every year for that classic. This year is going to be actually in Houston.
Right, that's right. So it'll be at that soccer field, right?
That soccer field, that stadium, probably one of the. If you have you been there? That's one of the nicest stadiums in the SWAC.
No, I've seen it on TV. I've never been there. I've been to Houston, but I've never been.
Dennis Thomas was a defensive coordinator at Alcorn in the 70s and 80s.
And remember this, the worst South Carolina State team I ever seen in my life, he was the head coach of it. He was the head coach.
Mr. Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Ford pulled 0 punches.
The worst South Carolina.
And then they hired him as the AD at Hampton. Slick Harvey hired him up there at Hampton. Mm-hmm. And he didn't have an idea there either. And then Slick tricked him off and made him the commissioner of the MEAC.
Oh, man. That's something, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, next week is Texas Southern versus Prairie View.
Yeah, that's what I want to see that. I'm going to try to see that.
Hampton.
Yes. And Jackson State and Hampton going to be in there heat. But by the way, the weather was real good. We thought that because we took our rain gear and everything. We thought it was going to rain, but everything was real nice. I'm thinking maybe about 75 to 80 degrees, and we didn't get any rain because we thought it was going to rain.
At the very end, it looked like it started raining.
Oh, it did?
The tears that was falling from our eyes from
listen.
From breaking that SWAC win streak. I hope and pray that we don't hear no dialogue about MEAC physicality. I don't want to hear about none of that because, you know.
Well, you're going to hear about MEAC coaching.
They both soft in the middle now.
Yeah, listen, you're going to hear something about MEAC coaching because it was so much better tonight.
As long as I don't hear about the physicality, I don't want to hear about.
I don't know about, but I can tell you, you're going to hear something about the coaching because Trey Oliver and them definitely outclassed Terrence them tonight. That was from opening kickoff.
But both of them came up in the together. One coach at Winston-Salem State, Graves, the coach from Southern did, and then the other one coached in the same. I forgot what college it was, but they kind of like they know each other for
they know each other. Yeah. Now, Trey's background is he played at Central. He was with Rod Broadway. He from Rod Broadway's tree.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And what's her name is from Pete Richardson's tree. Mm-hmm. But like you said, those are all them people are CIAA people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so is Dawson Odoms. Dawson Odoms was Trey's teammate.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I was like, man, when you know somebody for 20 years, you kind of know what they gonna do, but you ain't know everything they gonna do. But he was out coached tonight. That was definitely an out coach, and his team. I don't think Southern was in the best of shape. You know,
that's gonna be a problem for the foreseeable season. That's built in the summer. Your strength and conditioning is built in the summer. If you are out of gas.
Well, listen, my problem is how could they be out of gas when 100 players stayed at Southern this summer? They had 100 players that stayed at Southern.
What was they doing? They should have been doing stadium.
That's what I'm saying. Well, listen, they had 100 players, I think, stayed at Southern this summer.
They should have been stadiums, Mr. Ford.
Huh?
They should have been running up and down the stadium.
Yeah, they should have been doing something.
At night with the lights flickering.
Yeah.
On the stadium.
But let me tell y'all something. Now, I know y'all saying they should play too, but from what I saw today, Cam McCoy is the quarterback. He's the quarterback. He gives them a spark because their offensive playbook is so limited. He gives them a spark. He gives them a spark. He should be the quarterback. It should be Cam. Now, I don't have no problem with them playing two quarterbacks, but the starter is that Cam McCoy. He's the starter.
That's right. They got to do something.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be Kelby Givens' money year. It's supposed to be his. This is supposed to be the jackpot year.
Yeah, I was highly disappointed in Givens, and I watched him just about every down, and I'm like, he cannot be out of breath. Was he dehydrated, cramping, or something? Because he got taken out a couple of times, and that kind of worried me because I'm like, he's not in game shape condition then, and you practicing in-bats on Rouge, probably one of the hottest damn places in the South.
He missed on some really big third down conversions. Like those are the you want. Speaking of which, James Houston is. We'll see on Tuesday whether or not he makes that 53-man roster. But
I think he makes it because he gives them a pass rush.
Oh my God, the way he played against the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think he makes it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was outstanding. But that's kind
If
of
he
like
doesn't
what
make
you
it, somebody will
want.
pick him up because he got look. Hey, that Houston kid got tape, baby.
Yeah.
He got tape.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to see from your players like Givens, which is disrupting third downs,
Yeah.
getting the quarterback pressure. I was surprised that there was a couple. Walker Harris, he gets some definite accolades for being able to scramble, because that's something that he was not necessarily doing last year.
Right. That's right. He's added that to his game. Yeah.
Either Southern's defensive ends and edge rushers and linebackers are really, really slow, or Walker got a little bit of scrambling.
Let me say this, Mr. Mona. They got a kid at Southern. He's a linebacker. I think his name is Mike Jones. They said he was hurt last year. That guy is the real deal. I'm telling you, we watched him tonight. He the real deal. He's wearing 32 or 33. That guy.
Middle linebacker?
Yeah, he the real deal.
Mike.
His name is Mike Jones.
Mike with the mic.
Yeah, they said he was out last year with an injury. But let me tell you something. That kid there is the real deal. But see, the problem is they are not getting any push up front from that interior line. Their front four is not penetrating. That's what was hurting them tonight. That's what, like I told you, they got hijacked. Every time that team Central was running the ball, when they brought the running back down, he done gained 5, 7, 10 yards. It was always downfield.
Yeah, I expected a lot more from them too. Southern has 2 huge defensive tackles. I expected
they got hijacked tonight.
Yeah.
That offensive line at Central, they are as good as advertised. All that talk about them is true. The hype is real.
Well, they showed it tonight.
Yeah, they showed it tonight, baby. I was sitting there because we were sitting kind of low. Like they get low and they drive. You can tell they in that. We used to call it the shoot, and the sled. They own that. You can tell that, baby. They own that.
Once I seen Southern has that humongous defensive tackle. I know that man has to be weighing about 360. Once I seen them pushing him around, I said, wait a minute. I said, they're in for a long night. Because the running back from Central, he had over 100-something yards in the first half.
Yeah, that's what I said. Central had the ball almost the entire first half.
Yeah.
They had the ball for the whole first half.
Yeah, I mean, damn. So
Mr. Ford, let's just keep it a buck now. Let's just keep it a buck now. Neither one of those.
Oh yeah,
neither one of them defense. North Carolina Central can't be meeting up with Norfolk State and South Carolina State with that type of defensive line.
But the thing about one thing about Central is that when they're beat because of the speed factor, they recover well. That's what I saw with them tonight too. Even when they beat us, whether it's a running or a passing play, they have team defense speed. They got team speed now on defense. They do. But like I said, they're kind of small.
375 pounds?
Huh?
I told you that dude was humongous.
Who you talking about for Central or Southern?
That one from Southern.
Most of them guys from Southern, they them short, squatty guys. See, they didn't have that 6'4", 275, 6'4", 280. They got them 5'9", 5'10", 320, all that. I thought they had gotten rid of them guys. I thought they had upgraded.
Yeah.
You said that they was upgrading to meet. I'm interested in seeing Alcorn now. I need to see what them guys is looking like. Are they conditioned? There's a couple of things. Coach Beef said today, a Chrysler 300 looks like a Phantom until a Phantom pull up.
There you go, baby.
There you go.
Chrysler 300 look like a Phantom until the Phantom show up.
There you go.
I keep telling folks, man, the other night I said it's about conditioning. Can you keep them hydrated? Are they in shape? Because you can show us on film your highlights. you ain't gonna show us your mistakes and what actually happens throughout practice. And practicing in that heat, I thought Southern would be better off. It's like they were gassed to me. They were just gassed. They didn't have it. They didn't have it. And I'm like, damn.
I know Jay Walker was having a good time talking about the MEAC. Did y'all hear? What was he talking about? I know Jay Walker was.
I didn't listen to him. I was
wondering because I know he had a good time
was
over there.
turned down. My volume was turned down.
But I'm gonna tell you this: Jay Walker, he didn't have FAMU in his top 5, and he said that he don't know about Jackson State because they lost too many people. I mean, you know, he's a J State hater. I was like, here you go, he hating again.
No, he hates the SWAC. He just J State. He hates the SWAC.
Yeah, and trust me, you could see the little grin that he had on his face towards the end of the game, and you can hear it in his voice because you know the game was over with in the 3rd quarter. So he had his little field day. My thing is he gonna call that Jackson State versus Hampton game? That's what I want.
It's on HBCU Go, isn't it? Isn't that game on HBCU Go?
Which one, Mr. Ford?
The Jackson Hampton game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
No, that's Charlie Neal.
Well,
no, that's gonna be Tolly Carr and that young lady.
Wait a minute. Please tell me Tolly Carr is not calling that game.
Tolly Carr gonna call a game? Ooh.
Oh, let me tell you something. When Tolly Carr calls a game, that's criminal. It's criminal.
Yeah.
That is awful.
Thank goodness
he was calling the game. I said that he's on there.
I'm
about to say, oh, thank goodness because if he was calling the game, I was not gonna waste my phone.
He was there tonight. I saw him. He was at the game tonight. He was there.
Yeah, Tolly, that's another hater. He a hater too now. And to me, Tolly is just biased.
I don't know. I just know they have a HBCU. It's kind of like a showcase at 12 o'clock on HBCU Go. And it's just basically breaking down the big games in HBCU football. So I don't know if he's calling the game, but I wouldn't think.
Well, Miss Lamona, are you coming back Tuesday night?
Y'all cleared it out, didn't you?
Huh?
What we gonna talk about on Tuesday? Y'all cleared it out real well.
Listen, baby, the season in now. There's a lot to talk about.
And I'm about to say this Prairie View and Texas Southern game. I'm gonna be talking about it all week.
Listen, I'm gonna be talking about all them games. I can't wait to talk about Hampton and Jackson, FAMU and Howard. Okay, who else is playing? I need to look at the schedule. Valley and Southern. Okay, who's Grambling playing?
Everybody else is FBS. I want to say they play Ohio State next week.
No,
they play Ohio State next week?
No, they play in the Louisiana. They play in Shreveport.
They play in Langston.
Yeah, they play in Shreveport.
Langston. Okay. And Alcorn has who? Northwestern or somebody?
Something like that. Yeah.
My game. So what I did was, because it's really impossible to get graphics for all HBC. I have my games of the week. So my games of the week for next week is Hampton versus Jackson State and Texas Southern versus PV. Who do you think I should bring on? Who represents Texas Southern? Do we got any Texas Southern content creators? Do we have any Hampton content creators?
Yeah. Let's see.
Do we have any PV content creators?
Prairie View, yeah, they got that show, Prairie View versus everybody.
That's Lionel.
Now you know Lionel do not be talking about the players. He wants to keep
Lionel, he's something serious, man.
Lionel be doing
it all a secret.
He's something serious. He make me laugh too hard.
Alcorn is our last line of defense in the SWAC West because the way Southern showed out, I don't know if they're gonna be able to beat PV during homecoming.
Listen, didn't I tell you that?
Oof.
Didn't I tell you that?
Alcorn is our last line. You told us that, Mr. Ford.
I told you that.
So,
listen, let me tell you something. And I'm gonna say this to you. If you got any Southern people on here, let me tell you something. For a pair of tennis shoes, I'll go get y'all an offensive coordinator. I know some high school offensive coordinators here in Georgia that's 10 times better than Mark Fredericks.
For a pair of tennis shoes?
They coach in high school.
Oh,
So
pair of
if y'all
used
want an
tennis
offensive
shoes.
coordinator, I will recommend some. Just let me know.
oh man, damn, son. No,
Yeah,
not Daryl Southern.
yeah, baby. If y'all, cause
Not for
that
a pair
mess
of tennis
tonight.
shoes. What kind of used tennis shoes?
Yeah, no, just give me some Southern paraphernalia. I will fire y'all an offensive coordinator.
Dang, Mr. Ford.
I'll do it. Listen,
They
I got to go
already
to
got
bed.
them. They already got them. They own the staff.
That's some crazy work there.
Yeah,
That's crazy work.
you know what? You know what? I didn't understand why they let Willie Totten go. Cause Totten is 10 times better than Mark Frederick. I don't know why they let Totten go.
What was McNair doing tonight? That made me think too.
He ain't listen. He better than that, but they ain't that guy calling the plays. I can tell. I've watched. See, the first time I horned in and really put him under the microscope, he was with Prairie View, and I told Doc one night. I said, Doc, Prairie View need an offense coordinator and a defense coordinator. He told me, no, no, they don't. I said, okay, all right. And the reason I said that is they was pitiful. They went down there to FAMU for the SWAC championship. Remember, it was raining and they was behind, and he was doing the same plays over and over. And I knew then. I said, this guy ain't no offensive coordinator. Listen, I got to go to bed, Mr. Mona. If you come on Tuesday night, I'll be checking.
I will be here on Tuesday. It's
Okay.
football season now.
Yes, it is, baby. It's football season.
It's Tuesday, Thursday,
and by the way,
Saturday.
I saw. Did you see the game? It was Incarcerate Word against Nichols State, and Nichols won.
Incarnate Word, didn't they?
Yeah, they won. Nichols won. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Listen, have a good night.
All right, Mr. Ford.
Y'all have a good night.
All right.
Woo. That man say for a pair of shoes, he'll find Southern an offensive coordinator. That, oh gosh, man. Only thing I can say is hopefully this humbled Southern and make them play to. I don't know. I don't know, because that was bad.
We haven't seen Jalen Woods yet.
No.
We haven't seen him yet in full force.
Yeah.
So, let's just talk about the positives of Southern. Number one, they had good red zone defense until they got tired.
Yeah.
Really good. There was 2 times that North Carolina Central was basically at the goal line and they only walked away with 3 points.
Yeah.
So that definitely is commendable that they have good red zone defense, the ability to stop at the goal line twice. One was a fumble and the other one was basically a goal line stop where they had to actually just get a field goal. What other positives do you see? A great running back room, right?
Definitely the running backs are a positive. If you do not wrap up, they gonna break one. You gotta wrap them jokers up. And the transfer from LSU, his low center of gravity that he has, you are gonna have to hit him hard around the waist area to contain him. Because if not, and you gotta hold on. Because that 80-yard run, that was supposed to be for a 0-yard game.
I mean, he definitely got through 2 defenders. One literally had him in his grasp and he got shook up out of that and went beeline for the end zone. Whitley makes up a really good point. And you know what? I think that's why when I asked Perry, I said, are your receivers, are their hands sure? And Perry didn't really have an answer for me on Thursday outside of Morris. And he had that drop basically. Whitley points out we're too fixated on the quarterbacks when they have 0 receivers to throw to anyway.
The only pass that I seen that I could say Cam could have touched it a little bit better was that first deep ball. Other than that, that was on all them wide receivers. They need to go buy them some gloves or some hands, or go get them some hands surgically repaired, or get some AI hands or something, because they was dropping some stuff that I was like, there's no way. There's
Right.
no way. And they did have now one thing about it, they did have separation.
Right.
They did have
And
separation.
they did have like, I think what, 3 or 4, almost 4 penalties with passing
Pass
interference.
interference. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it almost went to the point where it was like, okay, is your coach teaching you literally to do passing interference versus getting a touchdown? Because that's what it looked like. Like all of the different throws were those were touchdown type of catches. Like if the receiver would have caught it, it's an automatic touchdown. So are you guys just telling them to take the penalty? Because it was 3 or 4 penalties, and he wasn't able to complete those passes because of passing interference.
If the ball is on the offensive side of the field 40 and they throwing towards the end zone 50, 60 yards, yeah, I'm taking the penalty. That's only 15 yards you giving up instead of a touchdown. So
yeah, so I really felt like that was kind of like strategic on the defense to, go ahead, let's get this passing interference call. And we might get away with not getting a call at all. Bayless, and a couple of other people pointed out that Holly is a rental. As soon as he gets a call, he's gone. He's seen more dangerous backs in the SWAC. To their point, I would have been using Holly.
Yeah.
You would have been running first, second, and third because they were so soft in the middle. I don't know what Frederick's thought process was that. I would have had 2 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends.
Yeah.
2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs.
Quarterback and 2 tight ends. Yeah.
Yeah. And then so if you got Cam McCoy and then you have Holly on there and then you got your 2 tight ends and then you got, you could just run down their throat because you don't know which way it's coming from, but you know that you're going to be able to break and run right through them. Holly right, Holly left, Holly up the middle, Holly right, Cam up the middle. Like you had so many opportunities to just force the ball down their throats. There wasn't any to get. You didn't even have to get like fancy with the play calling because it was working in the first half.
Yeah, I think that's what they're gonna do to Port Valley next week. I said that before, but I think
it's Valley. Like
that's what I'm saying. I think that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna try to put up 50 to 60 points against Valley next week. Because listen, everybody watched that game tonight. There was no other games on. It was on ABC. Everybody in the SWAC world watched that game tonight and was like, the same old Southern. I guarantee you. Every text I got, it was like, what's wrong with the Bayou boys? I said, I can't figure it out. I said, I got excited after the first quarter. Then I said, this is going to be a long night for Southern. And look, I wanted Southern to win. I said Southern. I was like, me and Crook was like probably was the only people on earth that said Southern was going to win. Everybody tried to tell me that North Carolina Central was going to mollywop Southern. And they mollywopped.
Oh, Lord, it was bad.
It was bad. So I just really hope that this ass whooping that they got, I really hope that it wakes them up now. They let them know that you're not going undefeated. You're not going 11-1. You're not doing that anymore. You got exposed, especially on the defensive backs. And I think that's number one has to change. If that defensive coordinator don't trust his guys to play 3 yards off the ball, you're in for a long season, man. Every quarterback can throw 5 yards. Shit, I take 5 yards and keep moving down the field every time. So
Willie Taplin says that North Carolina Central was not soft in the middle in the second half. I want to say that they at one point they were only having one linebacker in the middle.
Yeah.
And so obviously they changed their defensive scheme and plugged the middle.
I mean,
They
Southern,
was definitely soft.
because Southern wide receivers couldn't catch.
Right.
I just think I think they all snuck out the hotel and went to Magic City. I'm sticking with that one. That's the only way you can play like that. You in Atlanta, you had great practices, and you even took a trip from Atlanta to Auburn to practice in their indoor facility, which I didn't understand that. But you had great practices, and you just came out there and you just laid an egg tonight, a bad egg. And it's when power rankings come out again next week, there's no way Southern needs to be in the top 10 in power rankings. No way.
Damn, they drop out.
They
They dropped out.
They need to be. If they ain't dropped out, they need to be. When you giving up total 400 yards, no. Mm-mm. I mean, it was
North Carolina Central gave up 300 or two something.
Yeah, they don't need to be in the top.
200.
They don't need to be in the top 5 either when it comes to power rankings. And I'm glad that they have introduced the HBCU power rankings. Neither one of them needed to be in there.
Now you know that's not how they gonna play it, but I agree. I'm gonna go ahead and play what G said. Somebody asked G. They said, "Can this game be a Celebration Bowl preview? North Carolina Central versus Southern."
No, can it be a Celebration Bowl preview? And I just want to say, hell no, it can't. Hell no. I got NCCU and I got NCCU East. Okay, so to my Southern University fans, anything you want to do in Atlanta, make sure you do it this weekend. Go see Martin Luther King. You got any family members in Atlanta? Go check on your family members. If you want to go eat at all the good restaurant, got a restaurant you like in Atlanta, go eat this weekend, okay? You want to go check out a game, a soccer game or something? Go check out it this weekend. Anything you want to do tours-wise, you want to see Martin Luther King, go to the park, and all that, go do it this weekend, because it's going to be your last time in Atlanta. Listen, I got NCCU. I'm going to tell you right now, you ain't going back. And I love you, okay? I love you, but I'm telling you from a brother's perspective. Somebody got to tell you the truth. Somebody got to tell you the truth. And you ain't going back. So everything you need, get it done in Atlanta this weekend. I'm talking about anything you want. You want to go see Lil Baby. You want to go by Boosie house. Whatever you want to do. You better take care of this because you ain't going back. Listen, you need to worry about going to Alabama, not no goddamn Atlanta. You ain't going back. I'm just telling you. I'm just being real with you. You ain't going back. Right? You ain't going back. I know you're gonna be delusional. Everybody like the team in the offseason, but this is what
you ain't going back. Well,
if they play like they played tonight, they are not going
back. You agree?
Yeah. If they play like that tonight, no, they're not going back. I mean, I got to watch that game again tomorrow and just sit there and just figure out how in the hell they handled Givens like that. That was my main. Did he have a sack tonight? I don't believe he did.
He had one sack, and that's when he was out of breath.
Oh man, see that man had so many. What he had 45 tackles for a loss last season. I mean, and to do it with only one lineman. Hey man, he better get in that weight room. He better get back in that weight room, or that's a long plane ride tonight from Baton Rouge to from Atlanta to Baton Rouge. That's a long plane ride, man, because they got to do some soul searching, and they got to hurry up and do it. Because after you play Valley, you ain't got too many more cupcake games in the SWAC. I don't see it. UAPB, but other than that, no.
I'm looking at they homecoming, and I'm like, dang, a couple of y'all might have been right. Y'all might have been right about that homecoming.
And Southern home, I've been to Southern homecoming, and that's probably one of the best atmospheres for homecoming. What was it last year? They was actually turning people around. It was no room to fit folks in there. Not only was the game sold out, but all the areas around Southern was sold out. They actually literally had to turn people around, like, you can't come in here. And they was like, we got tickets. They was like, no, there's no room. There's no way you can get in. And that would be just horrible if Prairie View. But I don't know what Prairie View have. I would definitely take well-detailed notes Saturday when I'm at that game to see Prairie View. I can't wait to see.
Oh, you going to Prairie View versus Texas Southern?
Yes, I go every year because I'm real big on campus games that are that rivalry games that are on campus. I go to Jackson State Alcorn, but not in Alcorn. No, I don't do that anymore. No, because it takes you 3 hours to get out of there. No, that's ludicrous to me. So no, so I would never go back to Alcorn again. So, but like that game, I make sure I go to the I used to go to the Magic City Classic, and that's another great atmosphere that I went there from 2012 to 2016. I went to that classic in Birmingham, but I still believe that game should be played on each other's campus. And they keep saying no because we're gonna have 60,000 there. Yeah, you have 60,000 there for that game, but then next week when you play somebody at home, you won't even have 25,000. So
you're gonna have to come back and tell us, is PV sure? Like, is what they say they got? Is it what they say they got?
Trust me, I'm gonna have.
I want to know.
I'm gonna have my GoPro and my pencil and paper.
Alcorn is the last line of defense. I cannot listen to Lionel all season long. We done see what Southern got. It ain't looking too good for Southern for the repeat based off of their offensive scheme and their defensive non-tackling. So that means we got Alcorn as our last line of defense.
I'm not gonna put my money on Alcorn. No, not the Alcorn. The last time I seen Alcorn play was when they played against Jackson State. I know that was last year, but that Alcorn looked like the Alcorn team pre-McNair. So no. So hopefully, but I thank you for having me. I'm about to get up off here and take my bed. And once again, Southern, and somebody go find Crook and please make sure he's not in the ER in cardiac arrest somewhere, because ain't nobody seen or heard from him. But I'll talk to y'all later. See you later.
Thank you. If it's one thing Crook gonna do, he gonna get on here and troll. Look, folks been trolling all season long. It's time to shit or get off the pot, as Mr. Ford eloquently said. Like, you know, it is what it is. It's here now. They said that Coach Thomas don't got a quarterback yet. Well, y'all check in on Crook and your Southern. I ain't seen Merlin. Where's Merlin at? Ain't seen Merlin all night. Ain't seen Merlin all night. Thank you, Mrs. Moffett, for the donation to the channel. Thank you, Mr. Barnes, for the donation for the soft in the middle display. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I had fun. Okay, so I just wanted to let you guys know, moving forward. Oh, Jay was at the Battle of the Bands. Do you want to make they're asking for a Battle of the Bands summary. Moving forward, my SWAC Saturdays will be, if there's a late game, then it's going to be a late night SWAC Saturday. If it's one of those games that run late. So if it's like a night game and it's one of the premier games, then I won't get on early because We won't have the conclusion of it. So y'all be prepared for this late night SWAC Saturday this season. You know, I want to say Jackson State's game is in the middle of the day.
What is that clicking noise? Is that me?
Yeah, that's you. That ain't us. See, like the Prairie View versus Texas Southern, it starts at 7. So that means that more than likely I wouldn't go on till 10. Hey, nephew. We need a battle of the band summary. I'm going to pull up Dr. Kanisha's rankings. She did
Hey everybody. I actually wasn't at the battle. I wasn't approved for credentials, so I didn't go.
Let me go ahead and pull it up. Yes. So Dr. Kanisha, she went. I know that's right.
Oh,
I ain't going
yeah,
there.
she was there. Dr. Nisha was there.
Dr. Kanisha was there, and her rankings are the participants from the Pepsi HBCU Battle of the Band performances. At number 1, she has Jackson State University. At number 2, so that's Sonic Boom of the South. At number 2, Texas Southern. This is Ocean of Soul, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, North Carolina A&T. What's their band name, Mr. Jay?
Not really sure. I can't remember.
Alabama A&M at number 4. Albany State at number 5. Langston at number 6. Damn! She got Prairie View and FAMU behind them. All right. She said Prairie 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 was Prairie View, at 8 rounded out at FAMU. This is from a non-biased individual. She's not biased. Blue and gold marching machine for North Carolina A&T.
Oh, okay. Okay. Look, I don't keep up with them people, Brandy.
Ooh, he said, are they even HBCU? Yes, they are the defending Celebration Bowl Band of the Year. Oh, wait, no, they didn't win last year, but the year before that, Band of the Year. Not Pots and Pans being Mr. West. Dr. Kanisha, in the words of Mr. Ford. Is Dr. Kanisha in here? You see the material. You see the material. You see who's up top. Jackson State and Sonic Boom of the South. Texas Southern Ocean of Soul. North Carolina A&T. The Blue and Gold Marching Machine under Dr. Kenneth Ruff. Holly is an LSU transfer. Yeah, the top 3 are correct. The rest of the band's got a lot of work to do. Oh, he's agreeing.
I wish I could have been there though.
But don't worry, because you can catch Jay next Sunday at the Labor Day Battle of the Bands, right? In Jackson, Mississippi, at the Mississippi Veterans Memorial, right? Pots and Pans is not even ranked with 500 members. Brandy.
Wow, Jesus.
So I think that I want to say that maybe Coach Terrence Graves not utilizing Jalen Woods could have been concealing him for the rest of the season, me personally, because now you're going to have schemes for Cam, but not for Jalen. But Southern's not beating those same team allegations. Not beating them at all.
That's the last time I ever root for them.
Ooh. I'm depending on you to pull the family through. I'm depending on you. Well, it looks like we depended on the wrong people.
Right.
What?
Wait, what?
I just like Scam You so much I had to throw away my Apple Jacks. Because Apple Jacks are green and orange.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh my God. Yo, they said, did you hear Mr. Ford? Did you hear him going off? Yo, Mr.
I
Ford
told
said,
look, I
I know
told you
you
he was
heard
gonna
all
go off.
that.
I told you that.
I know you guys heard all that shit Zoe was talking the other day. That's why I didn't say nothing. I said,
No, get it
God.
right. Get it right. Get it right. He said bullshit. But see, I told you he was gonna go off. I told you that.
Okay, y'all. So yeah, late night SWAC Saturday for the rest of the season for the foreseeable future, because I'll get on at like 9:30, sometimes 10 o'clock, like the fourth quarter, especially if the game has gotten away, you know. But if it's close, I want to sit and watch it. Y'all had Mr. Ford cutting up on here so bad. I'm gonna have to clip that. You think I should clip it? Mr. Ford was said that was some bullshit. Y'all, some straight bull. All right, y'all.
Well, for anyone who wants to see any clips from the performance, you can go to Showtime Web on YouTube. He is currently uploading as we speak.
I don't know about y'all. I don't want to hear Lionel's mouth all damn season long. I need this to be cut and dry real quick. I don't want to hear that all season long. I don't want to
Brandy.
hear that. I don't want to hear about the physicality of the MEAC. I don't want to hear that shit either. Y'all were supposed to quiet the noise before you even start. All corners are
Well,
last
I don't.
saving grace. Cause who else
Well,
gonna
Brandy,
win?
I don't know how you gonna watch it then.
The Battle of the Bands YouTube page is broadcasting it now as well. The boom is marching off. Do marching 99 and a half need to hit the portal? Oh Lord. Listen, I wonder what Lionel will be doing with those championship t-shirts. Donating them to the children in need, using it to wash people's cars. Donating it.
Donating to Dr. Umar's school.
Oh Lord.
Or probably writing them off as tax write-offs.
Tax write-offs.
Oh, that was terrible. Why did I say that?
Because you shady and messy. All right, y'all. I'm going to hit the hay. Blessed and highly favored. Next Tuesday, we will be going over the week 1 rankings. And we'll be doing SWAC Saturday on a Tuesday to do final thoughts. And then we will start delving into next week's matchups, which my
Oh,
games of the week.
when is the coaches call? Do you know when the coaches call start?
Oh my God, I don't know. I need an email to make sure that I'm on that. Is it on Monday morning?
Well, that's what we trying to find out.
Usually we
Because
go
if
to
it is,
HBCU.
I'll be.
Don't we usually go to
If it
HBCU
is, I will
Sports
be
and
tuned in.
tune in on HBCU Sports?
Yeah, because Swag don't never have their comments on.
The comments need to be on because folks are trying to talk mess in the chat. You can turn the comments on off after the live, but put the comments on. We
No,
will be
Swag got
back.
their account set up like a kid's account, so you can't comment on there.
That because they have to change the settings to where it says this live is not for kids, and then it'll allow you to comment. Because what questions are people going to ask Graves? We want to know. Do you plan on continuing starting Cam?
Are you applying for other jobs?
Jay, that is terrible. We're not asking him that.
Well, of course, we're not asking it, like, as far as y'all, but
Nobody
us,
should be
the
asking
fans,
him
are.
that. Maybe if you're talking about the offensive coordinator, maybe, but not the coach, not the head coach.
Oh, no,
That's
no,
not
no.
right.
The whole staff need to hit the portal. Everybody
It
got
was
to
not.
go.
It was not that bad. The reason why they fell off in the second half is because the defense was tired.
Wasn't that bad?
Whitley said the SWAC had them turned on for the last stream and we cut up. See, y'all don't know how to act. That's the thing. When you get an opportunity, you just cut up so bad. But listen, they need to turn them comments on. You don't have to restream them so that everybody can see them, but turn the comments on. Come on, we ain't gonna bite. I like having the comments on. It's up in the SWAC. Turn them comments on. It's not like the coaches don't see the comments because they're on a Zoom call. The Zoom is just streamed onto the platform. So you don't actually, it's not like they're actually going to see it. I started to say, dang, but usually what I do is I just clip, like when I ask a question, I'll clip it and put it on my channel. I don't stream the whole entire call because I think everybody goes to HBCU sports. Someone needs to ask Graves why the defensive coordinator moved from the box to the field and if it helped. Brandy, I would definitely ask about strength and conditioning of the defense because they tired out pretty quickly, and adjustments. That's it. Y'all have a good night. May the Lord watch between me
and thee.
while we are absent, one from another.
One from another.
See, y'all don't know how to act. Lord, I was hoping that we would win, but we didn't.
Yeah, man, hey, write a check your ass can cash, man. That's all I can say. Yeah, man, hey.
I'm pretty sure that Perry probably is not going to come on the channel for Southern versus Jackson State. That would just be
Well, Southern, go ahead, get the LED light show ready for us when we swap
Southern.
y'all
Get
out.
us ready for that light show. Yes, get us ready for the Jackson State rave on Southern campus.
And
Y'all
have me
have a
some
good
grilled
night.
alligator ready.
Some what?
Some grilled alligator. Have me some grilled alligator ready.
And some Jaguar too.
Good night.
I've had some good days and some sleepless nights. But when I look around, and I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. I follow the clouds hang low. I can hardly see the road. I ask the question, Lord. Lord, why so this day? But He knows one thing for me. Oh, So I just say, thank you, Lord.